Iceland recently released the results of a long-term trial of a 4-day work week, and they are hailing it as a success. This was a 4-year trial from 2014 to 2019. It was government agencies, both the Icelandic government as well as the city of Reykjavik. And they're saying that productivity either stayed the same or increased. And employees, for their part, are saying that it was also a success in their minds, that overall they were less stressed, they had more time for family, and a better work-life balance. So is this something that we could or should try here in the US? Is it only something that can work at the government level? Or is it something that can work at the private level as well? There are some companies already throughout the US that maybe they do officially have a a lesser work week, let's say 35 hours or 37 hours, maybe a 7.5 hour day. And some companies choose to do this for the work-life balance, to communicate to employees that they don't have to work 40 hours. But of course they can. And so there are some things to take into account when doing this, and some of them actually are at the legal level. Think about hourly employees. If you give them fewer hours, they get less pay. And if you are forcing them into that, you need to make sure that that they are okay with that as well. At least get it in writing, right? So that they understand that this is the new normal. You may want to consider still allowing them to work 40 hours so that they can get the full 40 hours worth of pay in a week, but that they are allowed to work fewer. If you want to shorten the day, that's one way of doing it. But if you want to shorten the number of days, an actual 4-day work week, things can get even a little more complicated. Think about in California, in the state of California, there is overtime on a daily basis. So if you want to have hourly employees work only 4 days, but still make their 40 hours a week, then inevitably they're going to work more than 8 hours in a day, which will lead to overtime on a daily basis, which could end up actually costing the company more money. So that's something to take into account there as well. So there are a lot of potential benefits. There are some potential downfalls. And think about also the cultural communication on this. If you are lessening the work hours or lessening the days in a week so that employees can have a better work-life balance, then as an employer, you want to actually stand by that. And what I mean by that is, let's say Fridays is no longer a work day, then you should actually make sure that Friday isn't a work day, so that there isn't maybe this unspoken expectation that even though we're telling you that Fridays isn't a work day, that, well, we sort of expect you to work it anyway, right? And that's something that could just end up happening over time without it ever being spoken about. And so you'd want to guard against something like that. So if you'd like to discuss thinking about changing your work week or the number of hours in a week, keeping the same day, I'm happy to talk through some strategies on how you may want to do that. And I can help you through that. All right, give me a call. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.